Big Talk Nation. Welcome back to another episode of the Big Talk Podcast. This is with Chris and Greg. This is Chris.
This is Greg.
And I'm an idiot. And this is White Lion's third studio album, Big Game.
All right.
Track one, Going Home Tonight, starting it right off. We'll get more into like the band and the group and all that kind of stuff, but you know, they had the huge success of their second release, Pride, with Wait and When the Children Cry.
Tell me.
What do you...
You know, it starts off good, and we talk about opening tracks and ending tracks a lot. This wasn't what I really wanted from them on this album. It's a good song. I like the meaning for it, but I think I'd rather have something a little more oomph to it.
Yeah. I think, you know, we're as critical as anyone about opening tracks, closing tracks, wanting you to, you know, open up strong so you want to hear more of the album, closing strong so you either want, I got to go back and listen to it again, or you can't. You know, it's the release that they have or the next single or whatever. Yeah, dude. But it's a little bit of a disappointment for the opener.
Yes.
I mean, you could have put it deeper in the album, would have been fine. I don't have a problem. Vito solo, you got, we've talked about it briefly. But the song is about going home tonight. Going home tonight.
I got two different things to it. Going home tonight could be like, or if you want to look at the literal sense of like, I'm going back home after being on tour, for 2 years. I'm going back to, my house, my apartment, or wherever I'm laying my head tonight, that type of stuff. So
yeah, I agree with both of those. You know, 'cause sometimes people don't consider that. Sometimes people are on tour, because these guys were on tour for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Came out with Pride, toured relentlessly, got off a tour, wrote and recorded this album. So yeah, for them, home was on the road, and they're going back out on the road to support this album. I probably think it's more about going home from being on tour. I'm sure they miss their families, their loved ones, their girlfriends.
Friends, wives.
A couple places speculate, maybe it's about like coming home from war and stuff, it may be because, these guys did write, socio-important topics and stuff that had to do with society and stuff. It could be about that, but I think it's more about what you said. I would tend to lean more towards your thought process. Look at this solo right
I know,
here.
I was gonna try to stop you and go, are you talking over the solo?
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talk about Vito a lot, and definitely through this whole album, there's definitely a lot of solos. We're going to be stopping, we're re-listening. It's always good stuff, man. Vito's great. But, let's not give to the guys in the band, James and Greg, for also holding down the other end and, doing a fabulous job on this kind of stuff.
Oh,
too.
yeah, dude. James Lomenzo and Greg D'Angelo on bass and drums. They didn't get much credit as far as like the songwriting. They don't even get much credit for the playing, but they're super, super solid.
Yeah.
I think Vito and Mike were maybe just a little bit like, this is our kind of thing.
Yeah.
That they didn't really relinquish a lot of the reins to those guys, but they're playing solid. I don't have anything bad to say about it. At the same time, there's nothing spectacular. There's a couple, songs that I'm like, okay, this is what this guy's moment to shine, but it's not anything where it's like...
We can definitely say they have a solid band, and the musicianship is excellent. Let's go with that. We're going to the next song. What's the next song going on?
The next song is right here, dude. Dirty Woman.
Yeah. So someone must got an inspiration from a street club.
Maybe. I mean, being on tour,
I know.
Being on tour, all the trappings that happen when you're a rock band during this era.
Correct.
All bands in ours, and I probably still to this day. Yeah, man. You're going to strip clubs, groupies, hookers, whatever.
Yeah.
The lyrics are literally about that. I mean, it's not even trying to be an innuendo or anything like that, No lyrics about peeling bananas and
and smelling the flowers,
checking them, see if the melons are ripe or
Correct.
anything like that, dude.
What kind of songs do you write, man? I like that, Chris.
Yeah.
I like a fruit salad.
So now we need to write music, make music videos. What else are we supposed to be doing? Like making movies, writing movies?
Be a director and
Be a
also
director.
and actors. Yeah, we're good. Producer.
Yeah. We could do it all. We could. Easy.
Hey, we're still young enough to we can do it.
Still young enough.
But getting back to the album, this is a great song, man. It has a, I want to say, a little more bluesy feel to it.
Yep.
Which, nothing bad about it.
No.
Man. I still feel good.
A bit of a, this is a little different.
Yeah.
You know? They didn't have so much of that on the album before this, so it's nice to kind of hear it. I mean, this is kind of when, like, a little bit of that sound was coming into the 80s glam arena. Cinderella, Tesla, those bands kind of had that more straight-ahead rock and roll with some blues sound in it.
Yes.
Those two bands did. So whether or not White Line took a little bit from them or not, I mean, it's just rock and roll. It's just rock and roll.
Sounds good, man.
Love it, dude. Let's go to the next track.
Yeah, give me the hit single.
The hit single. Well, that first song, Going Home Tonight, was released in Germany. It was the fourth release.
As the fourth single, right?
In 1990. I don't have an actual day date it was released or even a month.
Yeah.
Just 1990. Just trying to get a little extra. Maybe they went on a European tour. Maybe the European leg of the tour. Let's throw another single out there to get everybody excited.
Get excited.
Oh, they have another song? Oh, White Line? Now I'm going to go. Now I'm going to go see them. I've said this before. This is my favorite White Lion song.
You did. This is rad. And this is about Rainbow Warrior, correct?
Rainbow Warrior, track 3, Little Fighter. Their first release coincided right with the release of the album, June 89. June 5th, 1989 is when the album was released. Rainbow Warrior was a Greenpeace ship.
Correct.
That sailed around the world, and they're protesting. They were anti-nuclear testing is kind of what their get down was as far as what they protested, those kinds of things. And the ship was sank by the French Secret Service.
Yeah. How crazy, man.
You believe that shit, dude? On purpose. It wasn't even like an accident.
Was this mid-'80s when this actually happened?
No, I think it was in the 60s or 70s. I think it was in the 70s when it happened.
Okay.
You know what? I am incorrect. It was in 1985. So you are correct.
So mid-'80s when it actually
Mid-'80s
happened.
and 85. And it was the inspiration for Steven Seagal's movie On Deadly Ground, which was released in 89. Ponytail and all, dude. Remember he had that one clothesline move we always gave everybody? Like the little Jake the Snake short arm clothesline. And like someone who's robbing a convenience store when he's trying to buy some chiclets. Hey, buddy, hurry up. Short arm clothesline.
Yeah, boom.
Sorry for the damage, sir. Right? You throw him like a 10. Like that's enough to cover the. I got to rebuild this pyramid of beer, and all my chips are destroyed on the floor.
On my Doritos.
Yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't product placement?
Maybe it was the RC Cola and the, I don't know, Butterfingers, some Lay's. Obviously, all these songs have a great Vito Bratta solo, like you said earlier, and this is. I love the music video on this. It's just a stage video. They're full decked out White Line 80s glam. Listen to this.
That's super killer, man. Yeah, the finger action.
Who plays like that? Vito Bratta.
Vito Bratta.
Obviously, the solo's basically all tapping.
Yeah.
From the Eddie Van Halen school of guitar playing, everybody was like, this is the next Eddie Van Halen. I mean, I wish he was. I mean, he's still alive, but he's just not in the music industry at all. I'm hoping he'll come back and do something.
Are you sure he doesn't do soundtracks or?
I believe I'm recollecting off the top of my mind that him and Mike Tramp, the singer, were gonna do something, and then just I don't know, nothing like contentious happened between them. It just didn't work.
Yeah.
Just didn't work. It's a band that never plays together anymore. And, James and Greg left shortly after Main Attraction, which followed this.
Correct.
So it's not like they are trying to bring them back, but Mike and Vito trying to get back together. It's just been something they can't do. I know Vito was a little upset with him that he was doing all that other White Lion stuff.
Oh, yeah, right?
Redoing that too. Brony you have playing guitar.
Right? You want the original?
Yeah, you want the original, or you want, I don't even know, Mike Tramp's White Lion. I don't know.
I think that's what he was doing.
Track 4.
Yeah.
Broken Home.
See, so we're going now. We're still talking. We're not just talking about girls and drugs and partying and shit. Now we're getting political, or not political, but a sense of, hey, broken home, abuse, child abuse, family abuse, just whatever it is. And this song is very beautiful. It's balladish in a sense, but it just it's a sad song about having broken family, or having something that's killing you inside. And sometimes, and at this time, there wasn't like a lot of, hey, if you know somebody today, please call 1-800 something something something. It's what did people do? Either your friends came out and talked to you, or you just buried it deep inside you.
You buried it deep inside and took the abuse. Yeah. There was no outcry for justice to be served.
Correct.
It was kind of like, well, stop being a bad kid. Start listening to your husband kind of situations. So this is a great song. And one of the parts that I love about this is his vocals, his voice in the song sounds so like at the opening of the song, it just sounds so sad.
Exactly.
And it's the voice. A lot of times people say the guitar solo, you can feel it, you can hear it. It's tired. His voice has emotion in this song, like real emotion. I don't know if he ever went through anything like this, or maybe he knows somebody that went through something like this. But man, he summoned something inside himself. Just see the vocal, the lyrics. His arms are black and blue. They're not. White Lion does not mince words.
Correct.
They're really straight up in their. Even Dirty Woman, we heard 2 tracks ago.
Yeah.
They talk about her being on top and this and that and shit like that. Little Fighter, they talk about going to war without a weapon in your hand. We're talking about literal things in this, and this song is literally about domestic abuse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're right. You hit it right on the head of the nail, where you can feel it. And that's what I did like also about this song too. It's sad because now it's making me sad feeling. And if you're a big fan like and you start singing these songs or reading the lyrics, you're like, damn, that's emotional. Damn, great, man.
And of course, it's got a amazing solo, of course. And there's no it's not like a feel good. It's not like a movie where everybody gets out of the house and everything's good. It's like, no, this song is from beginning to end about abuse. There is no he got away and he found a family and moved in with his grandma. There is no. It's just that's what it's about. It's closer to real life than a movie.
Yeah.
Even movies that are about real life. I said it. See, it's great, dude. And you can obviously we're playing the music and stuff, and I can look right here, and I'm looking at plays. So I'm looking here. Obviously, Radar Love actually has the most plays.
Correct.
12 million. The song we just heard, Little Fighter, 6.5 million. All right, this one, Broken Home, not a release, not a track, 2 million. Not bad for the White Lion fans are probably the ones that are going to listen to this song, right? So it's good to see that people recognize, oh yeah, this song, listen to this.
Or
hey guys, listen to this one.
Yeah,
this is a good one.
Or people that Google it, like domestic violence songs.
True.
Inspirational ones. I mean, and next you go, this could come up and there could be a secret market of people listening to it. Yeah. And I guess if people have gone through this, it probably would make me cry too if I was in that boat or those feelings were happening. But you never know.
Yeah, dude.
And if people need to know, if you are in a domestic violence thing in 2024, There's hotlines. There's places to go. Please reach out for help.
Oh yeah, obviously.
The Big Talk podcast with Christian Greg. We want you to know. We want our fans. We want the nation. Reach out for help, man. You're not alone.
Yeah. If I could go over there and hug you, I would.
You do normally.
You know, we're playing footsies right now, so that's good enough. It's good enough. Footsie abuse.
It's not abuse when you like it. Great song.
Yeah,
Broken
I
Home.
love it. I love it.
Very heartful.
And then we go, it's kind of funny. Shift 180.
Yeah.
Boom. Track 5, Baby Be Mine. I love it, dude. I mean,
yeah, this is a great song, man. But, but now we're getting into other than, wow. This is the first one. Now we're talking about Baby Be Mine. Hey, Baby Be Mine.
I love it, dude. It's like a classic love song. It's not like a ballad. It's just,
yeah.
It's like a celebration of love.
There you go.
Baby Be Mine.
Baby Be Mine.
And Vito Bratta with another ripping solo.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. I don't even know if we need to say that for every song. Everybody, there is a ripping Vito Bratta solo in every single song.
See, then gets a little uplifting,
Yeah.
and, same thing. Playing this live, I could see it, getting the crowd going.
Oh yeah, you put your arm around your honey,
Yeah.
pull him a little closer, tell him, "Baby, be mine." As you know, you got beers, dude, so you accidentally burp in their ear. They're pissed, dude. Now you really gotta say, "Baby, be mine." Nope.
Find your own way home.
You're really living on the edge, which is the next song. I'll play on words.
Why don't we go on Living on the Edge?
Because I'm listening to this one. I like this one. You want to go?
Yes.
You want to go? Okay, we'll go. You look like you're getting ready to say something. Go ahead.
Not one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to say, out of all the non-releases on this album, this might be my favorite one.
Oh, Deep Cut City for Chris?
Deep Cut City. Dude, he's riding through Deep Cut City. What does he say in this song? I can't remember the exact lyrics. I'm headed somewhere, headed down the road to nowhere, I think is the lyric, something like that. I love it, dude. See, his vocals,
Yes,
dude. He
I
just
was
can
gonna say
change
that,
his vocals
yes.
are great right here. And this is the song that I was going to say, James, with the bass.
Oh.
Dude, he comes in right here. It's not anything spectacular, but it's right in that bass
You
pocket.
still got that groove.
I love it. It's a groove to it that I think that's why I like so much about it. It's no life-changing song. There's nothing lyrics. It's about being out, I kind of feel like, guy's down on his luck. I'm going to pack my shit up. I'm heading out and see if I can find something better for myself or out on the open road or whatever. And I think it's a song full of optimism.
There you go.
Like there's something better on the other side because it's so shitty here. It's great, dude. But I think that groove that it has to it, Vito, dude, these little fills.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong, dude.
Dude, that's... Oh, there we go. That was killer. Right here. I don't think he plays it up here, but I am. So we can get on the camera. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm more of the lower bass.
Oh, yeah, you play it low by the knees. You're more of a Robert Trujillo kind of guy. I'm more like up here like Paul.
Or Fieldy from fucking Korn. Yeah.
See, and I love it right here, dude. And I'm wondering if they played this on tour. Because this is... You know how much I love the gang choruses.
Yeah.
I love gang choruses. And this is everybody singing right here. Vito, I don't think really did any singing, but... Tramps.
Yeah.
Little breakdown, dude. Yeah, I love this. I'm just trying to delay time for the solo. That's all I'm doing. Blah 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 blah. You don't have anything. I just want to wait, dude.
Right? It's all good.
Let's talk about some other stuff.
Okay.
Released June 5th, 1989. So, do we want to do some factoids right now?
Sure.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Great guitar solo.
Yeah.
He's all over the.
But that's what made it so good. That'll be.
Oh yeah, dude, all over the place in a good way, in
Yeah.
a great way. Listen to that, dude. What is it? What do you have? That Steinberger,
Right?
That
Yeah,
Steinberger
right.
that the didn't have the headstock. Everybody's like, "What is this?" He was like, "Never goes out of tune. Why wouldn't I?" That was their whole get down with Steinberger. Those guitars without the headstock. It doesn't go out of tune. It locks in. It's done. He said he didn't have to worry about his car. Tune it for the show. Done. Never have to worry about it the rest of the night. Why wouldn't you worry about it?
Right?
He really was going towards that technology kind of thing. Like everybody now plays through like, people aren't playing with pedals and all these things are digital now. Vito would be loving it right now. He'd be like, push this button for this song, push this button for this song. He'd be like,
Right? Oh.
over the top like that. All right, let's go to the next
Nice.
song. Living on the Edge. Wait, I'm tripping, dude. Let's go crazy. God,
But this kind of took me for like, I'm listening and I'm like, did I touch something and my speakers go on? What's going on?
Yeah.
And then I'm listening to it. Then it finally starts to kick in. I'm like, bastards, they did that on purpose.
track 7. Let's get crazy.
Yeah.
Now, what is the song that is on Pride? It's All You Need Is Rock and Roll.
Okay.
I think that this is like not a part 2 of that, but it goes along kind of with that is kind of what I have been understanding to my research.
Yeah. On some of the research that I did, it was saying that Vito kind of took a small vacation to Palm Springs for like 2 or 3 weeks and had more than half of the album done when he came out of his vacation time. That'd be fucking, fuck, dude. There you
Question.
go. Yeah.
Could this have been the opener?
Oh. Yes.
That opening rips. Now, I'm not a big fan of the verses right here, but I do like the chorus.
Yeah.
Starts off nice and fast. Yeah, I like it, dude.
But just the kind of stuff we like about openers. Start off fast, start off loud, aggressive. All right, man, now you got me hooked.
Yeah.
What else you got for me?
I need that. Like, I need to get into that album from track 1. I don't. If you have to skip track 1, I might as well just throw it in the garbage. You gotta have that track. Listen to that. Gang back. Listen to him right here.
This is definitely an upbeat song. You're
Yeah,
right,
dude,
Chris.
it's killer.
I never thought of it as the opener, but I could see it now, man.
Peaked at 19 on the Billboard 200. I know we got a soundtrack
okay.
when I forgot the name of the song. Billboard 200 peaked at 19. I don't think it did as good as Pride. I think Pride was a little bit higher. I can look right now real quick. Yeah, Pride went to 11. So not as high.
But I think it was gold, right? This album hit gold, didn't it?
This album, it's only 500,000. I would have thought that maybe they could have got it up to 1 million. Because I think the other Pride did two, right?
Yeah, I think Pride did too.
Pride did 2, so I would have thought that maybe a piggyback off of that. Maybe the follow-up would have gotten you to that gold just because it's the follow-up to a double platinum album. Like, oh, let's go buy their new album. And then you listen to, Little Fighter, Radar Love, which we haven't heard yet. I think is fucking great.
Right.
Would have pushed it a little bit, but maybe it's getting close. I don't know. Go buy a copy. Big game.
Yeah. I think this album they did a lot of touring with Ozzy, if I'm correct. They got the Ozzy push.
Yeah. Not enough though.
But I think Ozzy was doing his glam days at this time. So
Was this I don't have to go back and look. This is 89.
Ultimate Sin?
I think maybe after that. What was the one where he's sitting on the?
Yeah, that's the first one with Zach Wilde.
Yeah, it might have been that one. What was that one?
No Rest for the Wicked?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
I'm not gonna look it up.
Okay.
We're just gonna
But
say
you know what? I could see that happening because at the next point, James, the bass player, and Zach were in Pride and Joy.
Mm-hmm.
That Southern blues band type of thing. They could have met that way too.
I bet you're.
That's how that
I
could
bet
have been
you're.
started.
I bet you're 100% right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. I would not bet against that. I would probably think, yeah, that's exactly what happened. You never know, dude. I mean, you look at just because two bands may not play. Okay, so also White Lion, or no, not White, another band that we're going to do an episode coming up in the future, Mr. Big. They talk about how when they were touring with Rush, they had a hard time winning over the audience, eventually did. But you never know when people from two different kind of bands, you're going to find some people you're touring with in these other bands that you're going to have a lot of. You may not musically be playing the same thing, but you may have a spirit that's connected or something that you have in common that you can connect with. And that may have happened with those two. And you just get a connection with someone like that.
Exactly.
Something you can't even like put a finger on it. It just happens, and that's
Correct.
the way it is. I've talked too much.
It's all right, dude.
Don't say it's over, dude.
This is a podcast. We're supposed to talk.
This is our podcast. This is the Big Talk Podcast with Chris and Greg.
Yeah.
This is Chris.
This is Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't say it's over. I think it's more literal of breaking someone's heart or
Getting your heart broken.
getting your heart broken.
And wanting to leave.
Yeah.
Don't say it's over. His vocal yelling like, don't go. That's kind of what
Sure.
I'm getting up. Don't go, He really, none of these guys, nobody from this genre, unless you are giants of it, unless you are like the 2 or 3 bands that are the upper echelon, you're not getting credit for anything. But these guys have all the ingredients of a successful band, all the ingredients of a band that should be given more credit than they do. And this genre as a whole doesn't get as much credit as it should. I mean, the songwriting is phenomenal. The playing is phenomenal.
Yeah, right.
The lyrics are phenomenal. But some bands like this, like White Lion, obviously they sold multi-million, albums. But man, they just don't get the credit. I mean, Mike Tramp's vocals at this point for these, first 4 albums that they did, their studio albums, he was a chameleon. He didn't go high and low, but the like the feel of his voice, really he could change it. Oh, this is a sad song? I'm gonna make it sound sad. Remember when the children cry from the previous album from Pride, dude? Dude, it sounded like he was almost like getting ready to break down singing that song. It's like, oh my God, dude, you're about to cry. What's going on here? It's so good. You feel it. This song, don't say it's over. It sounds like he's like yearning. It's like he has a yearning. Maybe it has a combination with the lyrics too, like the lyrics and the way he's singing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just rambling.
But didn't we say that during Broken Home, like the same thing?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
The emotional feeling was there, man. Fuck.
And then like Little Fighter, it's like almost like rise again, like it's like like this voice just. Probably some production in there too. Layer on 2 or 3 Mike Tramps right there together. You're gonna sound amazing. I love it, dude. Listen to that.
Woo! Yeah.
Forget it.
Different sounding than anything we've
Who's
heard
better,
before.
dude? I mean, it's hard to make a Mount Rushmore. We may one day. That's a good idea for an episode. Make a Mount Rushmore of each band position.
Oh.
And we bring our own Mount Rushmore. Then we may do that.
Wow, I like
Coming. The Mount Rushmore episode coming soon from the Big Talk Podcast with Chris and Greg.
Soon.
All right, you ready to go? You
Yeah.
ready to go to track 9?
Yes. So, this would be my Deep Cut City pick.
Okay.
I love this song. Starts off rad. Just listening to the guitar right there, dude.
Yeah.
And, the way he sings and the way he talks about, dude, if my mind is evil.
If you thought we needed more cowbell, there you go.
There you go.
That's good.
Good job, Greg.
Little different. A little more of that blues sound that we had earlier in Dirty Woman.
See?
Yep. This song's great, dude.
Awesome.
It's a killer track. And songs, or even in the news and in society, where these television evangelists, and that's what this song's about.
Yeah, right?
It's particularly Jimmy Swaggart.
Yeah.
And this song is and literally, it's like literally.
But a lot of those guys focused on the rock. You know, it was like, oh, look at this. Look at the Aussies. Look at the Black Sabbath. All these bands that say they're rock and heavy metal, they are all evil and all they do is talk about the devil. When this idiot himself, you know, sinned.
Oh, I have sinned before you, Lord.
Yeah. So
Who did he get caught with? Jessica Hahn, right?
Yeah, I think so.
In like the hotel.
Yeah. Okay.
He had that video, that classic video of him crying. He's still going strong. Is he? I don't know if he has passed away. I think he may have, but I know that he did come back and revive his career. Yes.
I'm gonna say okay. You know what? I don't like that he was trying to bring everything down that was rock. Like, you know, do these guys look at White Lion? They just don't talk about girls and spreading their legs and just doing this and that. They have other political things that they talk about.
And about a lot of these, you know, things going on in society, like bands that are held up in like let's just take like Rat for instance.
Yeah.
They're like a party band, dude. They're not really having a bunch of songs that are about these. White Lions having like half their album.
Yeah.
I mean, half of this album is about socially conscious things that, like, hey, you need to listen to this. You need to think about it. One of these songs is really going to mean something to you. And a lot of these other bands that are held up, that are party bands, and I'm not saying anything bad about it against them. I'm not. I love Rat, dude. They're one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's a different thing, and we can't. I think they need to be given more credit for it than they have been.
Check out James right there, dude. Yeah, just that little 2 8-second, on the bass.
Oh yeah,
on the bass.
a little different sound on the solo right there too.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying.
It's almost like a crazy, like a hysteria crazing, like how they're trying to say Jimmy Swagger, like he's evil, he's crazy, the things that he's saying, and that's the guitar solo makes me think that like somebody's mind is going
Exactly.
Why do I think we're digging into these songs way too much? But that's what the great thing about music is, dude. It makes you think. And whatever it makes you think is what it's about. And that's what I love about it, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, say we could be wrong about what we think. Like, our interpretation is different. Was the writer intended to mean this?
Get Mike Tramp on the phone right now. I know you have his number.
Bring. Hello.
Straight to voicemail. No, it's the other Greg.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Sounds good. Woo! All right.
I think I love this song.
Dude, I do too.
And I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of the original.
Okay.
I think this song is better in every single way than the original. Obviously, Radar Love, we're on track 10. Golden Earring did the original. I think this song is better in every way possible. I just think it's better.
You think it got White Lion-ified?
Yeah, it did get White Lion-ified.
Yeah. I dig it also. I think this is a great cover. I think there's a lot of great things about it. It sounds great. You're right about the original. It may be a little slower, but they did their own thing. They put their own spin on it, which you want to do in your own cover, and make people think that it's yours. But when they really go deep into it, go, "Nah, man, that's a cover song of this band." Mm-hmm. Either something they like. Maybe Vito loved it. Maybe Mike loved it.
I think the story behind this was they were gonna they needed a B-side.
Okay.
To, I think, Little Fighter, if I remember correctly, and they were trying to just like throw something together, and they were like, "Oh, let's not waste one of our own songs on a B-side. Let's do a cover. Let's do Radar Love. They like the song. We'll just do it." And then after they got done with it, they're like, "Dude, this is fucking good. Yeah. This needs to go on the album. This might even be released as a single. We can't put this on a B-side." He says, "We're still looking for that B-side." So,
the only thing I heard about that too, just to add to your story, was Vito was doing like a lot of this during pre-production. Like, you know, he would go out sound check, and he was just start to play with us, and the rest of the guys like, hey, that sounds like Radar Love, and oh yeah, and they kind of came together and recorded it that way. But the story of the B-side, I do believe that also. But I heard that it just started off with Vito bringing it to the table.
I think this song naturally by itself has that feel, because you have a lot of like, you know, just the Vito with a little bit of just timekeeping drum and maybe a little bass in there, and then you can feel it kind of building up like a live, like what's the word I'm looking, like when impromptu jam.
Yes.
They're just jamming. A jam does that where it's like everybody just kind of playing, keeping time, then so all right, it's your turn. All right, it's your turn. And it all just comes together, and it's, all right, Vito, it's time for your solo. Okay, Mike, you come back in. That's what it naturally, this song just sounds like. The original is like that too. They just pump it up.
Yeah.
A notch or two, you know, update it, and I think it's great. 6 minutes long. It's got an, you know, extended little Vito part right here. It's not like the whole thing's not like a ripping solo, but you get a little bit right here, dude. The music video.
Are they like playing in a...
Yeah, they're like in a bar, so it starts off with like cops chasing a car, and then like other guys in the band are trying to like on a motorcycle. Vito's has his Lamborghini. He's at like a payphone telling them no, they went the other way. They're playing in the bar. Da 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 da. The cops see the car that they're chasing, the Mustang. Pull up to the bar, go in. No one's in there. The band's gone. Everyone's gone. Next thing you hear is the car peeling out and leaving, and they're like, "Oh shit!" Isn't it?
Awesome.
He had that curly hair, dude. It was out of sight. He had that long, tight, curly, like twice as tight as Dee Snider, but you know, that brown, dark, rich, brown colored hair. Like a poodle cut. He had like a poodle, like the poodle cut, right? He had it like here, the bangs cut to here.
Yeah.
Like the dude in Steel Dragon. Right? Was it the bass player in Steel Dragon?
Yes.
Same kind of situation, dude. Which, if you haven't seen, is great, dude. Yeah. You get the motorcycles, you know, a little feel to it.
Well, 6 minutes long, man, yeah. And it still was his hit single, right?
Yeah.
But the same thing, once you make a song like this, you gotta have a video.
Oh, yeah.
You have a triumphant video.
Yeah.
And let them do it that way. It's awesome, dude.
Ready?
Yeah, of course.
So.
Yeah.
Track 11, the closing track. You know, they talk about in the lyrics, you know, your brother, whether or not it's your real brother or your brother, your nation brother, in prison. They're like, no reason. Why is he in here? No one knows. You know, it's really got that Mandela feel to it.
Yeah.
And but as much as it's about this conscious thing, again, I don't know, half of the songs are about shit that's important in the world.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of it as the closing track. Flip it. Radar Love in this one. Flip them. Radar Love should have been the closing.
All right. You could have done that one.
Like, let's just rip it out at the end.
This was single 3, right?
I believe,
if we're
yes. February. So we had Little Fighter in June of 89. September of 89 was Radar Love. And then Cry for Freedom 90. It's okay. It's not. It's in my lower half of these tracks on this album.
I like it because you can hear the sound. You're hearing a different sound from Vito coming on there.
It's like usually has that real like real high distorted, like just And this one is more of a clean part of the song, and it's, you know, of course a little different, but for the most part it's got that. Listen to that. The bass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. James and Greg, they held their own on this album.
Yeah, they did.
They did a great job on it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to do some business?
I do. The Big Talk Podcast with Chris and Greg. Do you know where you can find us, Greg?
No.
No, you don't, and I'm going to tell you. You know where you really should go find us? On YouTube.
Yes.
The Big Talk Podcast with Chris and Greg, guys. All of our episodes are up there. You guys can go look at us.
laugh
You
at
gotta
us.
Print out pictures of us, throw
Yeah.
darts at us, whatever you want to do. Make posters of us, put it on your ceiling.
Ooh, posters. Or posters on your phone as your wallpaper.
Ooh. Remember those old posters, like the door ones?
Yeah.
There was that one that had Eddie from Iron Maiden, looked like he was
Yeah.
ripping through the door, dude. Super cool.
Classic.
All right, YouTube, the Big Talk Podcast with Chris and Greg. We're also on TikTok and Instagram at BigTalkCG.podcast. You can also find us on Facebook, a little bit on X, not so much. But those other places, dude, we're just living the dream.
Yeah.
Living the podcast dream. Crying for freedom.
Cry for freedom.
I think that's it. That's all the business I got, dude.
Not a problem, man. That's great. Thank you for listening to our episode of White Lion. And we did talk about White Lion previously, where we had them, and me and Chris just kind of touched up on it. We didn't play any music, but that was a good, fun episode if you guys want to go back and listen to that one. But this one, we wanted to move forward. We wanted to go back and see some of those bands or listen to some of the bands, give you guys some music, let us get in depth in the album, and which we did, and was awesome, man.
You know, Greg, you bring up a good point. This was I think White Lion may have been one of the first episodes we did where we talked about a band like this and did their albums.
Yeah.
We didn't play music.
Yeah.
We just talked about the songs and what we thought they meant, and so it's a whole different take. If you want something a little different, you can check it out. But man, it's good to come back and give its due to the album, and have the songs playing so people can hear it. I love it, dude. I got nothing else to say.
All right,
Gregory.
Man. All right, dude. All right, guys. This is Greg from the Big Talk Podcast with Chris and Greg. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening to the White Lion, Big Game album. And we'll definitely see ya. Take us out, Chris.
Oh, man. Listen to Vito.
Right?